Minnesota judge has just sentenced the mastermind behind the Feeding Our Future fraud scheme, Amy Bach. She just got more than 41 years in prison. The prosecution is asking for a 50-year sentence and her defense about 3 years. So that's somewhere in the middle that they got that, but closer to what obviously the prosecution wanted. The scheme involved the theft of nearly $250 million in COVID funding. That money was meant to feed hungry children. State leaders claim they were unaware of the fraud.
Right now is just from the sentencing. 41 and a half years in prison for the woman at the center of this massive Feeding Our Future scandal. Amy Bach is also on the hook for $243 million scam from taxpayers. She's supposed to somehow pay that back now. That came down just a short time ago in a Minneapolis federal courtroom. Bach was convicted in March 2025 on charges of wire fraud, bribery, money laundering, and conspiracy. Prosecutors say she was the kingpin of this massive fraud that promised to feed poor kids during the pandemic and instead billed taxpayers for phantom meals. Bach sobbed in the courtroom and said, "I understand I failed the public, my family, and everyone." Now, in a pre-sentencing filing, U.S. Attorney Daniel Rosen wrote, "The brazen and staggering nature of her crimes," meaning Bach, "has shaken Minnesota to its core, leaving lasting damage and eroding public trust." Bach has stated that she trusted the people working with the program and was clueless to the fraud. Her defense argued pre-sentencing that many of the actors were entities outside of Ms. Bach's control. Meantime, the Assistant U.S. Attorney for Fraud Enforcement, along with HHS Secretary Robert Kennedy Jr. and the U.S. Attorney for Minnesota, are all going to appear in Minneapolis in just a short time. So far, there aren't many details we can release related to the announcement. The Department of Justice just says the announcement is related to the fraud and it will make a significant step in law enforcement. Harris?
But Amy Bach told our Alexis McAdams from jail back in January.
I honestly believe Keith Ellison and Governor Walz need to be held accountable. There needs to be an investigation done. If they weren't aware, that's concerning.